Hey everybody, I'm Joanne with Quiet Waters Farm and Craft. We're going to be making some pineapple mango habanero hot sauce. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have a pan up here that I put some oil in there. Get this set up real quick. Get this light turned on. Okay, so I have 2 tablespoons of water in here. Okay, I'm going to turn my stove onto a number 4. Actually, I'm going to turn it up to 6 so I can get it a little bit hot. You're going to take some garlic, and I have just cut this up. It doesn't have to be real fine because once we get everything added and cooked towards soft, we're going to blend it. So it's not a major deal if it doesn't have to be chopped fine. So this is going to be 4 cloves of garlic. And then you're going to add 1 small onion or a 1/2 cup of onion. And we want to get this nice and hot. Let this cook a little bit because your onions need to get and your garlic needs to get a little bit softer because the other stuff that we're going to add in here is pretty soft except the peppers, the habaneros. You know, one neat thing that I use when I'm chopping up a lot of my vegetables, let me pull this up so you can see, is this thing right here. What's really neat is it on the side here, you can see where it says 1/2 cup, 1 cup, 1/2 cup, 2 cup. It measures it all for you. And what's really neat is if I open this up, it's got a little thing in here. I just put my vegetables on there, that little grate, and I just tap it shut, and it cuts all my veggies for me. So that is so nice. It saves me a lot of time, and plus I'm not crying when I have to cut onions. So once this gets it going, I should have probably turned on my oil already before I started filming, but that's okay. So I'm going to let this cook down a little bit, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I have been letting this cook for about 3 minutes, and it's sizzling up pretty good. Let me turn my heat. I got it at 6 right now. That's what I've got it at, but I'm going to turn it down to 5. I don't want to burn it. Okay, and with that, we're going to add in our pineapple. And I went and I bought a pineapple, so I just cut all the sides off of it and cut the core out and diced it up. Okay, get this kind of mixed up in here. Alright, after that, we're going to add our habaneros. Now all I did was I took my habanero and I just pulled the stem off the top and I cut them long ways, and that's all I did because they get pretty soft pretty easy. Just mixed up in there. And I left the seeds on them so that way we can get a pretty hot sauce going on. Alright. So we're going to let this cook, and I'm going to stir it. I'm going to put the lid on there. So I'm going to let this cook about 5 minutes, stirring it about once every minute just to where nothing burns, and we'll see you right back. Okay, so I've let this cook for about 5 minutes, and I've been stirring about every minute and a half. So now we're going to add some more ingredients. I did add 25 peppers. Habaneros, yeah, totally lost my train of thought there. But but I did add 25 habanero peppers. And remember, I did not de-seed them, and I just pulled the tops off and I cut them in half long ways. Okay. Then we're going to add 1 cup of mangoes, and I just picked up one at the store because I wanted the juice. So I'm actually going to take my little knife and cut them while they're in here because they're really soft, and I knew they wouldn't take very long to cook. So I'll just dice them real quick in the pot. Just where it gets mixed up a little bit. Excuse me. All right, I'm gonna put the pot. I think I'm getting some pepper smellage going on there. All right, so I'm gonna let this cook for a few more minutes and I'll be back. Okay, so I've let that cook for just a couple minutes and it's starting to get a little softer, the peppers are. All right, so now we're gonna add a half a cup of water in there. And then we're going to add 1/4 cup of raw sugar. And what it's called is sugar in the raw. And it's what you want to look for is this. The turbinado cane sugar is what you want. Okay. We used 1/4 cup of that. So we're going to get this mixed up real good. Looks so pretty. I just love all the colors. Our garden has done so good this year. The habaneros, I was so worried because they were so green for so long and they just weren't turning, and then we had rain for like 3 or 4 days. And I went out there and I thought, well, let's just go check them. And I went out there and I had like 10 peppers that were half orange and half yellow, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh, thank you, thank you. So we are just so blessed to have everything and get to make a whole bunch of goodies. All right, so another 5 minutes and then we'll check it again. Okay, so I have let this cook for another 5 minutes. So now we're going to add the rest of the ingredients that are needed. Okay, so we're going to add 2 tablespoons of lime juice, 1 cup of apple cider vinegar, and then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of salt, and I'm using pink Himalayan salt. You can use sea salt if you'd like to, but I like that stuff there. And then we're going to add, a half tablespoon of pepper in there. We're going to get this all stirred up. Okay. I'm going to finish stirring this up, and I'm going to get it covered and cook it down until all the peppers are soft. Okay, and we'll see you back. Okay, so I have let this cook for about 12 minutes on 5, so about medium heat. You want to make sure that your peppers are soft because obviously the pineapple's falling apart, your mangoes are already soft. And now what we're going to do is we're going to blend this. So I'm going to take this all over here. And I am just going to put all the peppers and everything in here. I'm gonna put a little bit of the juice in there, but I might not put all the juice in there. So I'm gonna get this in here, and when I get in there, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so as you can see, I still have some left in my pot here. And I've got this filled up to about 5 cups. And 3, let's see here, here's the 3 mark. So it's about 2.5 of, it's about of liquid that's filled up with it. But I've got 5. And I have a little bit of headway, so I don't want to fill it completely filled. So I'm going to blend this together and we'll see what it looks like, okay? Alright, so it only took me about 2 minutes and I got it all blended up, and it's right here about 4.5 cups. So I'm going to take this off of here. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. I don't think so. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I am going to put this over here now, and we're going to strain it is what we're going to do. So I'm going to pour a little bit in here at a time, and this kind of gets all of the chunky stuff out, but we're just going to strain it out. So I'm going to get the rest of this blended up and all of it strained, and I will be back. Okay, so here's the final product. Looks pretty good. My video looks yellow, but it's actually an orange. So after I strained all of this, that is basically what I'm not going to use. And I would recommend using a towel because, man, got it everywhere. Alright, I went on Amazon and I got me these little 5-ounce jars. I think I paid like $10 for 12 of them. So I'm going to get this in the jars. So I will show you what it looks like here in just a few when I get it all jarred up. Alright, I am so excited. We made 7.5, almost a little bit more than half, jars of pineapple, mango, habanero hot sauce. So we're going to have to give this stuff a whirl. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. If you didn't catch any of the ingredients, I will have that below in the description box. So please again give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Hope you have a blessed day. Thanks.